Hello, hello, welcome to the Mystic Path. This will be, sorry about that noise. This will be the new moon in Sagittarius, which is tomorrow, December 14th. But like all my readings, this reading is timeless. The messages find you when they are meant for you to find them. Okay, so these are the decks we will be using today. Green Witch Tarot, Radiant Rider-Waite for clarification. Energy Oracle and spell casting. And then for the advice, The Secret Language of Light. These cards are so good. The book that goes with these cards is amazing. So we're gonna pull from there. I felt guided today. Okay, so got a lot of intensity going on these days. I'm sure you're feeling it. Oops. We just had a lunar eclipse and full moon, and now we're having a new moon and solar eclipse, which is a lot. The energies have been a lot. A lot of people are struggling with them, which is totally okay, right? And sorry about that. My cat Watson is joining us today, so in case he interrupts, he really wants to be involved today. And usually when he participates in my meditation and like curls up with me, I get really clear, vivid messages. So I think he helps channel some good things through. Okay, so let's just get started. Holidays are coming up here in the States, so all this intensity is on top of, responsibilities we already have. So I know a lot of people have a lot on their plate right now. And on top of that, we're still in a pandemic, global pandemic. We've still got just a lot going on in society, in people individually. The energies are intense. Some people are getting upgrades. Others are getting hit with their dark night of the soul, which, as we know, can be a killer. Can be rough going through those things. So if you're not going through something and you're doing okay, then I implore you to give and lend your compassion and understanding to others who are not doing great right now. Like a lot of people, are struggling. There's a lot of grief going on. I know a few people personally that are dealing with deaths. There's just a lot happening. And then on top of it, these intense lunar eclipse and solar eclipse, when those happen back to back, doesn't happen very often, brings in lots and lots of change. So hang in there if you're struggling. Hopefully this reading will help us predict a little bit about what's going to be going on, right? So let's see first, what are the energies going to be like around this new moon solar eclipse? All right out of the gate. 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Throat chakra right there. Okay. A lot of truth gonna be coming at people. Can we get one more? What's gonna be happening in this new moon? What's gonna be happening in this new moon? It's gonna be, whoop. Yeah. One more, please. What's gonna be happening? And thank you. There we go. All right. Caring connections. 5th chakra, which is your throat chakra. I'm already hearing apologies. Okay, so let's alright, so that's gonna be the energy coming in this new moon. Speaking your truth, from your authentic self, I'm hearing, and then caring connections. So you're probably the energy's gonna be right for us to be, starting new relationships or deepening the relationships we have, because if our throat chakra opens up and we start expelling our truth and from an authentic place, then that's going to create deep connection with whoever you're sharing that truth with. So that seems like very supportive energy. Let's see what's going to be happening with the collective energy in this new moon. What will the collective be feeling? What will the collective be feeling? 2, please. What will the collective, be feeling? Boundaries. All right. Justice. Okay. This is good energy, it feels like. Okay, this feels like, to me, reconciliation energy. Okay? Feels like we're gonna have people from our past coming back, and I'm talking people in general. It could be an ex, it could be just a friend, it could be a friend that you had a petty falling out with, right? It could be a family member, a brother, sister, parent, it could be a current relationship you're in. I feel like coming up in this new moon, okay. Sorry, give me a minute. They're coming in fast. So this is what I'm getting, is this story here I'm getting is that somebody is going to be coming back to speak their truth from an authentic place. They're going to want to apologize, and they're going to want to be righting their wrongs or clearing up misunderstandings. I think the energy I'm feeling is there, how when, and this is for any relationship, friendship, romance, familial, like I said, you hold back sometimes. Sometimes you don't hold back you hold back your authentic truth, and you don't really illuminate the other person as to what is 100% going on with you. And so then that other person makes assumptions, right? And then the relationship falls apart because there's no authenticity and honesty. And so one person has made a bunch of wrong assumptions, and that has soured the relationship, and somebody else is not speaking their full truth, which sours the relationship, right? So the energy I'm feeling here is that in this new moon, relationships are going to be healing. So in those misunderstanding situations, there's going to be somebody who's coming back to kind of finally speak their truth from an authentic place. They're finally going to come and say what they've always needed to say and what they've been holding back. And, you know, this person over here is, I feel like, getting justice, but at the same time, still gonna have to set boundaries, right? Like, because depending on how big or small this issue is, right? If somebody is being dishonest about, like, you know, beating somebody, then that's gonna be a big issue to get over, no matter that they're being authentic, right? It's like, well, you're being authentic, but that's still messed up. That's a messed up truth that hurts me, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to process that and if I can hold that truth, right? So, and again, I'm just using that as a random example. It could be anything. It could also be a very petty misunderstanding where somebody was holding back the truth that, like, they didn't like somebody else's cooking, right? And then that's what messed everything up, because then this person made all kinds of crazy assumptions that had nothing to do with this. And then this person's going to come back and say, I need to tell you the truth, which is, I hate your cooking, right? That's going to be a much easier truth to hold and forgive and understand than the truth of, like, you know, some kind of major trauma. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I'm speaking generally. This is a general reading. So this is why this boundary card is here. Whatever if this resonates for you, whatever your scenario is, you may have to set some boundaries depending on what that truth is, right? Because just because somebody is authentic and shares their truth finally doesn't mean necessarily that all is forgotten or forgiven. Correct? Depending on how big or small, I would think. Because it may take, some people might not immediately be able, you know, like the cooking thing. It's like, oh, you don't like my cooking? Fine, done. We can move forward. Everything's back to the way it was, right? But if it's something more like, I cheated on you, or, you know, I beat up your sister, like, that's not a truth that you're gonna process immediately and be like, oh, no harm, no foul, right? So all I'm saying is this boundary card is here. You're going to have to use your own discernment in your own situation. And that's why this boundary card is here. So that you know, just because somebody's speaking their truth to you does not necessarily mean that, like, oh, all is forgiven and all is well and now we're both healed and balanced, right? Somebody's truth may be hurtful to somebody. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Use your own discernment. But I am feeling that whatever these truths are, eventually it's going to bring justice, and eventually it's going to really deepen the connection. So whether it's a romantic, friendship, parental, sibling relationship, once this, like, elephant is out of the way, this relationship has the opportunity and possibility to deepen. Okay? So let's see here. But for the most part, this energy feels really good. So, you know, I'm not anticipating that, you know, the energy is really bad and you're going to need to set heavy boundaries. It's just, I want to mention that every situation is different, and some situations it is absolutely valid and what is needed for growth to set boundaries. Okay, so just use your discernment. Let's see. All right, let's see, what do we want to know here? Challenges gonna be for this storyline of, you know, being authentic and speaking the truth. What are going to be the challenges throughout this process? Because we all know every learning cycle has some challenges. So what are the challenges going to be in this new moon? Whoa, 1 right away. Okay. 2. Any other challenge? Whoa, okay. Okay. The challenges are going to be Temperance in reverse, the 6 of Wands, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. Give me a second with this. Okay. Okay, so what I'm hearing right off the bat is the challenges this month are going to be how do I say this? I want to say patience, but that doesn't really fully cover it. So the challenges that is going to happen in this lesson is it's going to be very tough. We're going to have to, as a collective, really work on letting things unfold. Okay? Not trying to manipulate circumstances because you have an idea of the outcome you want to happen. Okay? This is what I'm hearing. Like, 6 of Wands is about victory and about, like, you know, you've made your choice. This guy's made his choice and he's, you know, following this dove and all these rose petals off into to make action to make that choice happen, right? But like the Ace of Cups is about, you know, fulfillment, love, a new beginning. This is in reverse. So I feel like, and the Temperance card. So I feel like what this is saying is we as a collective need to relax, focus on the moment we're in, and not worry about what the outcome is ahead. Okay, so that's going to be the challenge. The challenge is going to be not to manipulate outside circumstances. And what I mean by that is, you know, like, because what I'm being drawn to on this Temperance card is like, she's got all of her fairies around her and she's making a magic potion and she's got candles lit and her book is open and she is like conjuring up spells to create the outcome she desires, right? But it's in reverse. So, oh my goodness, my Watson. Sweet boy, he just came over here and like hugged on me. Okay, sorry about that. So this is what I'm getting is you just need to relax, trust the universe, and let things unfold in front of you. Okay, bub. Say hello to the people. And then you gots to get down. You know you're not allowed up here when I'm doing this. You got something you want to say? No? All right, well then we need to get on with, whoop. Okay, go. Thank you. Go. Good boy. Sorry for that. He's feeling like he wants to be in control of the situation. As we're discussing, I feel like, you see, this is the universe saying exactly what the cards were just saying. Let this happen, let him do what he's gonna do, and stop trying to control the outcome. Bubba. You feeling the candles today? What's going on? Okay, you gotta let me do this. Thank you. You can sit right there on the side table. That's perfect. Okay, watch from there. Goodness sakes. Okay, my apologies. But I feel like the universe is just illustrating, like, I was trying to control the outcome because I want this to be a certain way, this video, right? And so they're showing me that sometimes you just have to let things flow and be, and the reading will go on, and, you know, so yes, they're like chuckling a little bit. So the challenge basically in this new moon is we need this next month. The challenge is going to be to trust that the universe is always going to deliver the highest outcome for all involved, and just let things unfold. Don't get too caught up or attached in planning or deciding, like, you know, like this could also be maybe a new relationship coming in of some kind, friendship, romance, because it could be somebody's finally speaking their truth, like, I like you, I want to move forward, right? And so I feel like this is just saying, no matter what the situation is, just let it unfold and be patient, and don't immediately attach to, like, oh, I'm going to be best friends with this person, or this guy is the one, you know what I'm saying? Or this woman is the one. Like, I guess that's what they really want to bring home, is like, this could be a very victorious situation here, but you got to get out of your own way and just let things happen. Okay? So it's funny, my next question was going to be, what is the outcome of this situation? But I feel like they're telling us we don't need to know. That's the whole point. So I'm actually going to stop because they're telling me to stop. Yeah, and the Knight of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like things are going to be moving forward. And like I said, this energy feels very positive. So I feel like things are going to be moving forward. Somebody's going to speak their truth. There's going to be some justice. It's going to deepen the relationship. You might have to set some boundaries, but but I feel like they're basically saying all is going to work out for the best and for a victory if you can just let it happen. Okay? Don't overthink it. Don't get caught up in, we're going to get an advice card here, but don't overthink it. Don't get all caught up in, like, fantasizing or imagining different outcomes. I feel like they're just saying, just be and experience it for whatever it is with no expectation. Okay, that's what I'm hearing, like, no expectation. Let it unfold. Okay, so let us get some advice here. What is the advice for the collective for this new moon? Oops. No? Okay. What is the advice for this new moon period? Oh. Sorry, folks, it fell on the floor. Insight. Number 13. Okay, so let's, like I told you, this book, these cards are fairly new, so I'm still learning them. So I reference the book a lot, and I mean, this book has some gems in here. So kudos to Denise Jarve. This is a great deck. I love it. This book is amazing. Your channelings in this book are amazing. So, okay, 13, insight. You are or about to see further, higher, and deeper through space and time. Your psychic skills are expanding and seen through the lens of your soul. Hone your abilities by reading about or doing a workshop on intuitive development. We are all psychic. It is a part of who we are, but we have thrust this ability into the background in favor of other senses. Problems occur when we keep looking at the manifested world for proof of our worth. You are worthy because you are here. There is nothing to prove. You could become an intuitive reader if this is something you desire. It could also mean you are learning to trust what you feel, and the next steps to take will drop into your mind in the following days. Okay, this says, join a meditation group or psychic circle. You will learn how to trust the insights and wisdom you receive. When your phone rings, before you look at the caller, bring a name into your mind and see if it matches. Before meditating, place a clear quartz crystal in the middle of your forehead for 2 minutes and ask for clarity about a subject. Good journaling work is to start a symbol dictionary in your journal. Write down any sign you may receive with a quick explanation of what it means to you. There are universal symbols like Om that mean similar things around the world, but most symbols will be personal to you. For instance, if I see a snake, I know I am about to shed an old belief. I have no fear of snakes, and I see it as a positive sign that I am creating a path of my heart. For someone who is fearful of snakes, it might be a symbol of old fears that are still active in them. Okay? So this is great advice. I feel like this is saying a great way to learn how to trust the universe and to be in the moment and let things unfold and let the signs guide your way. I feel like this is saying you need to start connecting on the inside and activating that pineal gland and activating your psychic abilities, because that's a great thing. Like, that's what I focused on. Years ago, I was in a relationship that, I'm not going to go totally into it because the story's not relevant, but it was a very devastating experience, and there was a lot of trauma, and there was a lot of healing that had to go on before I could move forward, right, with anyone else of any kind. And I went to therapy a lot. That you hear me talk about that on this channel. And that's when I was going to therapy. And I also, because I needed to distract myself so that I didn't focus so much on everything that was going on in my divorce and all this material world stuff that had to be dealt with, I would, when things felt out of my control, I would stop and meditate and journal and try to connect to myself. And that's how, over the years and in time, my gifts got stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's why I can read cards and I get visions and things like that. So I feel like that's what this is saying. If you're having trouble letting go and just letting things unfold, then start focusing on trying to develop that relationship with your intuition, because if you develop that relationship with your intuition, then it's a lot easier to trust. Okay? That's one of the things I found, is the stronger my gifts get and the more I use them and the more of a clear channel I am and the more clear the messages are, the stronger my intuition gets, right? And the stronger my trust in the universe gets, because I start to understand that everything, I start to get my own personal messages, and I start to understand that everything really is happening for my highest good. So then it's easier to trust the universe, because I have that strong bond with the universe and my intuition, and so I know things are going to be okay. Even if the world is falling apart around me, I can sit quietly and go to that place inside myself to connect, and that's when I know, oh, okay, everything's going to be fine. I'm fine. I feel fine. Everything's going to be fine, right? So I feel like that's what this card is about, is start focusing on connecting to yourself and honing that relationship you have with your higher self. And that will make these challenges not challenges at all, is what they're saying. That was a good one. Okay, well, happy new moon, people. I'm wishing you a great rest of your day or weekend, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.